Hey legacy builders, welcome back to Mind Your Money. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about our October monthly budget and how we close it out. So this is part 2 and stay tuned. If you have not seen the part 1 of our October budget actual numbers closeout, then I'll link it up above here, and then I'll also link it in the description box so you can check it out if you'd like to. This is part 2 where I'm going to talk about really quickly our percentages. I didn't share that in the part 1. So our bills came out to be 51.3% of the monthly income that we used. Our savings was 25.1%. And for miscellaneous, which includes giving, cash spending, and what we left in our cushion, that was 24.7%. So I'm happy to say that we saved 25% of this income. I think it's a good measurement, I think. What do you think? And some of this was investing. So I consider investing and savings to be the same, except for investing is a little bit more comprehensive because it's better compound interest. And, you know, you have to be very careful about where you invest and do your due diligence and all of that. So, but it's still a savings nonetheless. It just has a better rate of return over time. So that's it for that part, percentages. I wanted to also talk to you about our purpose funds. Our purpose funds are short-term savings that we keep in high yield savings accounts. Most of it is in Capital One 360 and a portion of it is in Ally. Ally Bank has a high yield savings account online. It is very easy to open it. Ally, please sponsor me. I'm always talking about your products because I love your system. I love your customer service. And I love the fact that you send up-to-date, on-time emails whenever that interest rate increases. Right now, Ally has a 3% interest rate. Just plugging that in there, okay? So let's start with our back to school. We have used all of this money at the end of August to prepare for back to school, so there's still $1.34. The reason why there's no interest added is because this is a separate bucket within Ally. So Ally allows you to open a savings account and create 10 buckets that you can name whatever your savings goal is, and the interest is only applicable to either one bucket or to the core savings. If you want me to do a video on that, if you're interested in it, please let me know in the comments and I'll do it. But there was no interest added to this because this is a bucket within Ally. The goal is 500, so we're going to start contributing to this again soon. Christmas is with Capital One 360, and this started at $470. We did use some money from this to do some giving, and that brought our ending balance to $430.93. The goal is $1,300. For clothing, we started with 0, we ended with 0. The goal is $500. For gifts, we started with $10.95, we ended with $10.95. The goal is $250. Gifts is a bucket within Ally. Okay. Wellness is with Capital One. We started with 0, we ended with 0. The goal is $2,000. Renters insurance, we started with $141.36 and we ended with $141.36. The goal is $200. None of these that are in Capital One are probably going to reflect the interest because I closed this out before the interest was applicable. So I closed it out on the 29th of October because that's when the month pretty much ended for me. PC and Life, this is for our professional recertifications. My husband and I, we started at 0, we ended at 0. There's no actual goal amount because it depends on how much it's going to cost to do our continuing education, renew our licenses, and sometimes that changes every year. And we only have to do that every 2 years. So vehicle insurance, we started at $820, we ended at $820. The goal is $1,040. We had quite a bit of money in here. We had to use most of it over the summer for some family emergencies, but it happens, right? Vehicle fund started at 0 and it ended at 0. I don't know why I didn't write it in, but I'll do that after, or I'll do it now, just so this looks uniform. That pen is not the same, but we're still at $0. Okay, and then Amazon is with Capital One 360, started at 0, ended at 0. The goal is 200. I think that goal should be a little bit more, but I just put 200 for now. Costco started at 0, ended at 0. We did cancel our Costco membership, but we can, you know, we can use it again at any time. We can renew it anytime. The goal is $500. That's not just to pay for the membership, but also to do Costco hauls when we need to, like to restock. And for right now, we're doing okay with our stock. So that's why we're not renewing the membership until further notice. Next month's bills started at $1,884 with 82 cents. We added $770 with 50 cents. We used $1,400. And our ending balance as of October 29th was $1,255 and 32 cents. The goal is $2,000. Our vacation, this is a new one. It's a bucket with an ally, so it still has $0. The goal is $1,000. For home, this is a bucket with an ally. Right now it's at 0. It's a new one, and the goal is $20,000. 40th birthday, again, this is a new one. It's a bucket with an ally, started at 0, ended at 0. The goal is $1,000, subject to change. I might even want to increase that a little bit because that's next year. So we'll see. So we started the month of October with $2,517 and 60 cents in these purpose funds. Okay. We added a total of $770 with 50 cents. We used $1,440, and that brought our balance to $1,848 and 10 cents at the end of October. And our goal amount for all of these is $35,490, again, because the biggest one is the home one. So we'll talk about that at a later date. But that's where we ended, $1,848 and 10 cents. Just wrote some notes down here. We spent so much on the credit card in October. We really did, which is what caused us to use some of these, but it's okay. When you save money, you're saving it to spend it for a specific purpose, hence the name purpose funds. Okay. So that's where we ended. I want to focus on these going forward because we have to pay our renter's insurance in December. So in November, at some point, we'll have to start contributing to this. Of course, we need to contribute to our bills fund because we have to pay bills, and our wellness because, you know, it's cold and flu season. And as much as we believe that we are healthy and strong, things happen. You get a little sniffle now and then. And yeah, so I need to make sure we beef up wellness and Costco because we're probably going to need to do a big stock up in somewhere between January and February. So I definitely want to start putting as much money as we can towards our purpose funds because we haven't been contributing to them in a while. So that's how we ended the month of October for our purpose funds. For our net worth, let me see if I can just I can go through this with you guys and then we'll do a calculation. So as of October, I put October 30th, but I did close this out on the 29th. We had $1,245 and 2 cents in our checking, $16,014.93 in savings. And then this is the investment accounts we have with TD Ameritrade with $751. I want to do a quick comparison too, if that's okay with you guys. But let's look at last month and this month, September and October. So we had more in our checking account at the end of the month. Again, we just had to pay some bills and things like that. The savings did increase. Okay, it was $15,718 in September and $16,000 at the end of October. TD Ameritrade went up a few dollars. The market was starting to recover a bit, so we went from 706 to 751. M1 Finance went from 1066 to 1152. Robinhood went from 2022 to 2155. And then my Vanguard went from 284. This is my IRA, you guys. One of my IRAs. 284 to 296. Fidelity. These are two different IRAs we have there. 664 to 925, which is a big difference. And we have been contributing to this, which is why it's more than the others. But I'm glad to see the increase. For cash on hand, we have a little bit less cash. It was $530 compared to $600 in the month of September or at the end of September. Equipment is the same, no changes, $2,400. I didn't include the life policies this time because, you know, the two that we are counting for this, that I don't think it's fair to use them as a net worth because that money is not coming to us. It's not something we can liquidate right now. It's something we're leaving behind for our beneficiaries, okay? The people that we love. So, all in all, we have a net worth of $25,472.09. Because we have zero liabilities, you guys. Our credit card balance are considered paid off because we have the money to pay that off. So that's why there are no liabilities, no student loan debt. We paid that off last year. All the credit cards that I've had over the years, they've been paid off since February of 2020. And we don't have any personal loans, and we don't yet have a mortgage. So that's why we have no liabilities. So this is the amount that we ended with in October. And the percentage change, I need to figure out that really quickly from last month, or this month's net worth, $25,472.09. From what we had last month, which is $23,644.34, and that brings us to $1827.75. That's the difference. So the dollar amount is $1,827.75. Okay, and then what we do from there is we divide the change into what we had last month. So this number divided by 23,644.34 and move the decimal over 2 places, 1, 2. That's a 7.7% change, or an increase, which is great. So that means our net worth, because it's the assets you have minus your liabilities, $25,472.09. But I do think we need to start increasing more what we're putting towards our purpose funds, especially with wellness and renter's insurance, so we can pay that in full in December. But overall, I think we were okay. So just a quick recap with October. We were to add $2,000 to next month's bills. We didn't do that. Only charge bills and groceries. We were doing really good with that. So I would give us a B. If I was grading us on a letter grading system. Save for boots and coats, we're still doing that. Thankfully, someone with a kind and generous heart did donate some money towards that for our children. And I really appreciate my supporters for always commenting, sharing the videos, liking, and sending support. Like, it's an amazing thing. God bless you, and I thank you for that. Declutter Pantry, that was a fail. Did not get that completely. But I stuck to the budget. I continued to budget. We were only over by $50, which is not a grave, it was not a big, huge difference. But we did invest the $200 we said we would. We saved over $900. I mean, we didn't reach our goal, but we still saved $900. Like, I'm trying to look at the positive, you guys. We paid all of our bills. We didn't have to pay Allstate from this budget, the life insurance policies from this budget, because it was covered by a separate account. So I kind of like look at those little wins and say, we did good. We did have an increase in our net worth overall. The markets were turning up. We had more savings. So, that was always good. So look, I always try to look at the bright side, you guys. I would give us overall, I give us a B, because we kept tracking, we kept saving, and we didn't give up. Can that be a win? All right. So going forward into November, remember that the affirmation or the scripture focus is diligent hands bring wealth. So continue to be diligent. And if you are interested, I have a new savings challenges book for children. This one is for ages 3 to 6. I have my one for teenagers and for bigger kids coming out soon. So you can check this out on Amazon. I'll link it in the description box below. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. And that concludes our October budget closeout. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Remember to mind your money, manage it well, and live your lives abundantly. And I will talk to you in the comments. Remember to walk by faith, not by sight. And to whom much is given, much is required. Bye for now.